Well, here we are, Jake. Here we are. We did it.
Back again.
We're back again like we never left for a year.
Right.
Yeah.
But in a new location.
Yeah. New location, new studio.
Shocking.
We have multiple cameras now.
Hey, look at that. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, like here's my camera. Like, I'm waving at it. And then Jake has his camera.
Is that me?
And then we have like a double camera.
There's one to see everybody.
I'm one of those guys who I want to do it well. And so I did audio for the Great White Buffalo podcast, may it rest in peace, for many years. But then I was like, I want to do video. And so I started branching out to do video with GWB. But when I transitioned from my old job to my new job, it was just a lot of stuff going on. And so I took a break from podcasting.
Yeah.
And now that time has settled, I'm able to do it. We now have a new studio.
The dust has settled, and it looks like this.
So, welcome to the Ben Mayfield Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Congratulations, man.
I'm your host, Glenn Hayfield.
This podcast is in memorial of Ben Mayfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
In honor of, he's still living somewhere.
You've
maybe
changed.
He's off grid. No, I changed it to. A lot of people have been asking me about that because GWB had a really strong fan base. But as time has gone on, Great White Buffalo was about interviewing people. Mm-hmm. That's what it started off as. And then it became, we did a lot of spiritual episodes from my boy Nathan.
Yeah.
You, lots of others came on. But then we also had some fun episodes.
Silly.
Where we did a little silly, have little jokes, and it's a great time. And so I was going through, like, okay, what do I want to do? And people kept, it's like almost like you go to watch football and a soccer game's on. It's a sport, but it's not really what you were expecting, right? Or you're going to watch the baseball and it's football. It's like, okay, it's not what I was expecting.
It's never happened to me, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but with Great White Buffalo, I was like, okay, that's not quite. With the Ben Mayfield podcast, I can do whatever I want.
That's right. You could have some interview episodes.
Yeah.
Some serious episodes.
So serious.
Or some silly ones.
Or some silly ones and some fun ones. So today with me, with episode number 1, Jake Riggs. How are you, Jake?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, you're here from the very beginning.
Oh, my gosh. I remember the very first episode when there was 0 video. It was just audio in one of your little bedrooms in your house.
Yeah. I always try to make it sound like it was this like official studio.
I mean, it was really cool. It had it wasn't this exact table.
No.
It was a table.
It was actually like a fold-out table.
Oh, yeah. But you had all your cool stuff on the walls. And Ben is a collector. He loves, in his words, trinkets.
Facts.
He does love trinkets. So there's not as much stuff in here, I don't feel like, as there was in your house. That's like your lair.
Well, what's really cool about this is I'm using it as like kind of a podcast ministry.
Yeah.
And so there's like 3 or 4 other podcasts that are actually going to be using this same setup.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of was trying to go neutral, not overly nerdy. There's some cool nerdy stuff, but we had this cool little sound panel over here. So it's going to be used. Yeah, go Dogs. Just beat Tennessee. So it's going to be fantastic using this for multiple things. So so it's been over a year of recording, and I'm kind of in this space where I just feel, I don't know, just excited to talk about life, to joke, to have fun, to have a great time.
Oh man, I love it. It sounds like a blast.
So we'll start off with it's 2024. We're going into this season of Thanksgiving, and so as I'm giving thanks for this podcast, in the people who supported it, following on YouTube,
all the OGs,
Instagram, all the OGs since day one. In fact, I want to give a cool shout out to Tim Horn. Tim Horn, I used to think Tim Horn was my uncle because he'd always come over to my childhood home.
I don't know. Okay,
I don't
know this person.
Yeah, you wouldn't know Tim Horn.
Okay.
Yeah, and he came over to my home all the time because him and my dad were like best friends. But as kids, my brother and I just thought he was our uncle. Because he was always over.
I had people in my life like that growing up. Some really good friends of my grandparents. I just called them Aunt Patty and Uncle George, but we're not related at all. But that's just what they were because we saw them a lot and they felt like family. Which is, I think sometimes those relationships sometimes may be more meaningful because you chose those people.
Oh yeah.
Where sometimes you don't get to choose your family, and I'm not saying that relationship with family isn't important. but some of those people that you intentionally want in your life because they make your life better, I think those are really important relationships.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Tim Horn, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, well, you said that. I have a lot of people that I have chosen to be family on top of my God-given family. But we were going to a family reunion at Tennessee, and my brother and I were like, "Ugh, like we don't want to go." Yeah, actually, Tennessee. Sorry, keep talking about it. And we're driving, and we're like, "Hey, we're going to see Uncle Tim," and he said, "Who the hell is Uncle Tim?"
Your dad.
My dad. Yeah. And I was like,
Bobby Lee Mayfield.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like, how did you not know who Uncle Tim is? And he's like, he's not your uncle. And like, my brother and I just like turned each other like, what? Like,
the veil had been torn.
Just like crushed it. Well, so his daughter was over at our house with me and my roommates, and she was like, when's the Ben Mayfield podcast coming out? And I was like, I don't know. Like,
oh, so you still engaged with these people? You still?
Oh yeah. I still talk to them. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know. Like, what? Like, are you gonna listen? And she was like, oh, Tim Horn listens to every single episode.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so he's waiting for more content. So I was like, it just made my heart feel
sad that he doesn't have any content to listen to.
Yeah, for almost a year.
Yeah. You really let this guy down.
I know. Shout out to
your Funkle.
He's probably my Funkle. He's probably listening right now, going like, yeah, worth the wait.
Worth the wait. And he got the call out too.
Yeah. So Jake, what are some things that you think you're thankful for? You know, as people are listening, like just really trying to get in this mindset and heart set of like what is to be thankful for?
I've been unbelievably blessed in my life with relationships, with pushing through hard times. Growing up, there was some addiction issues in my family, and we as a family have since pushed past those things. So my dad has been sober since 2008, which is awesome. And I'm thankful for that every day. I've got a wife we're going on 15 years of marriage that I'm always thankful for. My son turns 10 in January. Couldn't imagine life without him. I've just been incredibly blessed with people in my life that are constantly there for me, who make life challenging and fun and full of energy. But also we just have times where, we'll sit in the backyard around a fire and we just sit there for a couple hours and just enjoy being with each other. And so those are the things that I think about all the time and what God has blessed me with. And my relationship with Christ too is not anything that I would ever want to leave out in terms of what I'm thankful for. I believe that Christ is a healer and he saves, and I know he saved my life. And so those are the things that I constantly think about, that how am I allowed to have these great things in my life? And it's only because of blessings. Mm-hmm. It's not anything I've done. So that's what I think about.
Wow.
Deep.
Yeah, deep. We're talking about the Ben Mayfield podcast. We get deep, people.
We get deep. It's
deep.
Real.
It's a well of depth. I also, is a real thing too, is I printed off my bulletin points of what the podcast itinerary is going to be. And as you see, I don't have that. And so
invisible.
So I was like, I knew I was forgetting something. It's on the printer downstairs. But no, I think I'm with you on that. There's a lot of like just really thankful things this year where you could just go like relationships have gone deeper, relationships have healed. For me in January, really December, but in January, I 100% got right with the Lord. I think I've always had a relationship with the Lord and loved the Lord, but struggled with sin, struggled with different things.
As we all do.
As we all do.
Right.
And so it was just one of those things where I had to really decide like who I wanted to be and like prioritize my relationship with the Lord more so than other things. And that was December, kind of into January. And in that, I think when I was, not saying I'm fully healed, I'm always healing from something, but felt like I was in a really good space.
Well. Oh my gosh.
Here he is, folks.
I got lost.
Yes, I already started.
Wait on you.
Well, don't hit
anything. That way.
anything.
Go around that way.
Oh my gosh, folks! Here it is. It's been going for 4 hours.
Yeah, we've been talking about some really serious stuff. Yeah. Don't trip.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett Moore.
Mr. Garrett Moore.
Get the mic close to you. Come on, brother.
I had to pee. And I got
we
lost
don't need to
in
know
here
that.
like every other room in here has a window into it, and I was looking through the windows like, all right, where's the podcast stuff?
Get up, like right.
Because like I saw all the podcast stuff when you posted it, and I was like, all right, so I'm just gonna go window to window looking for which room has that stuff in it. And
he was just creeping around the building.
There was a group who I didn't recognize in another place, and I kind of just looked at them, and it was a stare down, like.
Well, they probably did.
And then they called the police.
Yeah, that's our next special guest. That's the police comes in here.
We're gonna get swatted because of you.
Wouldn't be the first time that's been threatened towards me.
Welcome back, Garrett. How are you,
dude? I'm rocking and rolling.
I want to give a shout out to Jackson Payne too, who's our producer back there. He's the one that's switching the camera and doing the audio stuff. So shout out to Professor Payne. We were just talking about things to be thankful for. And I was on this really deep moment.
Well, you were talking about back in January, I think you said December or January, and you felt like you were getting right.
And I was set up on a blind date.
Oh.
And on that blind date, I went with a girl named Michaela.
This can be either like really exciting or really nerve-wracking. Maybe both.
Well, I was definitely nervous.
Sure.
But it's also, to be honest with you, it was a blind date. I didn't know this person. So it's like I was nervous and excited, but also like did not care in the sense of like, if it doesn't work out, I've been on a million first dates, like whatever. But it went really, really well.
Okay.
And then on that first date, and there's one day she'll be on the podcast. We'll tell some stories, but I'm getting older. I don't know if y'all know that or not. It's kind of how time works.
It shows.
Oh gosh, gray hair. We were sitting like this, like from me to Jake, and we're at Rockin' Taco, and it's so loud I can't hear. I have to scoot my chair around just so I could hear her talk.
Because you're partially deaf?
Partially deaf.
Yeah.
It's great that I host a podcast.
That's when a grenade went off by his head.
Yeah. Thank you for my service.
I've never heard anybody thank themselves.
It was in the backyard. It wasn't a military thing.
Okay, anyway.
And so it went well. And then we've been dating ever since. And so that's one of the things I'm thankful for 2024 is Michaela and that relationship.
That's a long relationship for Ben.
Yeah, it's the longest relationship I've ever been in.
The longest ever in his life.
Most of them are usually a week or two. I think the longest relationship, well, I've never had like an official like girlfriend, but like dating wise, it's only been like a month or two.
You guys are official though.
Oh, yeah.
Going steady.
We're so official.
Going steady.
Yeah, going super steady. And she'll be here tonight for the night of worship.
Awesome.
So it'd be cool. So Gary's excited for that.
Dude, I've never met her. Like, I'm so excited to meet her.
Dude, I'm nervous, but well, I'm not nervous like her meeting everybody, but it's like all my different backgrounds of churches that I've worked at are all coming tonight, and then also
it's a converging of eras.
Yeah, and this is something too I have to work on. Is I always feel like I have to host.
Yeah.
And so like with her being here tonight, I can't like.
You don't want to ditch her.
I don't want to ditch her, but also like gotta do my work. So I'm hoping some other people will hang like she knows, like Becca Tam from Dahlonega. Shout out to Becca. I think she's coming, and they're friends, so they can like
good
have a buddy system. So
she and I have met a couple times too. So
yeah, that's true. But you'll be on stage.
That's true.
What if she just like went and like stood next to you? Was like, oh, I know you. And you're like, oh. Cool. All right. I started singing worship. She's not that awkward, but all right, Garrett. What about you, man? You thankful for anything?
Are we talking like just like the whole year, kind of?
2024.
Well, and coming up to Thanksgiving,
because this is coming out.
We're just
right
thinking about things we're thankful for.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd say just opportunities this year, because this has been the messiest year of my life, and there were so many times where just something I've been doing for a long time, door closed there. And it's just, oh, man, that is something that I invested so much time into, but it's not really something I can go back to right now. But it feels like every single time something like that happened this year, a new opportunity that was healthier for me and just fit well with my soul was opened up.
That's good. Yeah, you got to know when to walk away sometimes. Like if something closes on you, but you're kind of dwelling on it and you keep trying to maybe break back into something that, maybe you thought was good for you, but wasn't healthy. It's good to know when to walk away.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
And I look at it, and God was setting some of these things up years in advance.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people.
He's good that way.
Yeah. And it's I'd felt it on my heart years ago, and the opportunity finally came up this year. Like, a lot of people know that I've started helping out a lot with Dahlonega. And when I was picking my college, my two options were UGA or UNG. And the big draw for UNG, Dahlonega, was I wanted to work with the people there. I'd met the people
at the Methodist Church.
The Methodist Church, the youth group, Nathan Dickens, their Wesley program. But I felt God calling me to Athens so I could grow, get out of my comfort zone. But it wasn't a no, it was a not now for that. And then this year, the opportunity came for me to kind of go there, help out, and just meet the people, and it's been amazing.
So you're not transferring to UNG?
No.
You made it sound like you're transferring.
No.
Are you transferring?
Still at UGA. No, dude.
That says North Georgia on that hat.
North Georgia Wesley. It doesn't say.
Dude, not to diss on UGA Wesley, but they don't drop mesh-backed hats. UGA's Wesley program, and that's my kind of hat.
Yeah. That's toxic, and y'all need to get it together.
You're both wearing? Oh man, I feel left out. I'm not doing mesh.
Hey, I love you, Anna Grace Brock, but drop a mesh hat for UGA Wesley.
I thought this was a girl you were dating.
No. AG, she runs the merch stuff for Wesley. Okay. She does a lot of the stuff for that.
So you found a position to be able to go and just hang out with Dahlonega Youth Group at Dahlonega Methodist Church and
like still do some kind of youth ministry stuff there because that's a big part.
I was gonna say I never see you at Wesley. I'm there every week.
Yeah, no, I'm not there.
I think he does more like the Sunday.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then it's like Nathan Dickens, great dude. I love talking with him.
Yeah, Nathan's great.
Maybe he'll be on the podcast.
Yeah, he probably will.
Sometime.
Probably will be most episodes. And happy birthday to him. He just has celebrated his birthday.
Yeah, they did a fun thing at Wesley for him on Wednesday where I saw you.
Oh, was I in the video?
Yeah, in the video. That's cool. They one of the interns messaged a bunch of people and just asked for quick 5 to 10 second videos just saying happy birthday to Nathan and stuff like that. And they showed it on Wednesday. He was wearing this maroon sweatshirt and his face was the color of his sweatshirt. He was so touched and like he's like it took a lot of me not to cry. I think he was very touched by it.
Was it? I think the one I submitted, I did like 5 different takes, and they were all like it started off really mean, and then I got nicer with each take. I think I said happy 40th.
You did.
Oh, did I? Okay.
It got a big laugh.
Did it?
I know you were probably thinking about that. Like I wonder if people laughed at this. It did. It got a big laugh.
Let's go.
It got a big laugh. I went all sincere. I didn't do anything funny, and I did it in one take.
I did. Well, my first one was like really mean. I was like, "Hey, I hear you're at the nursing home celebrating your birthday." So I was like, that was like 20 seconds. So I like cut it down.
That was your hip replacement.
Yeah. I heard you knew John Wesley. That's why you were here. Sorry, that was.
You're hundreds of years old.
He's a Highlander. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what Highlanders are?
Like they're like mountain people or something, man. I don't know. That's some old person.
Well, there's that. There's the Highlands in Scotland, but then there's a movie universe called Highlander.
The Highlander.
Yeah, and they're immortals, right?
Mm-hmm. Immortals.
Yeah.
Except if you cut off their head.
Right.
That's the
so they're not indestructible. They're just immortal. It's like elves in Lord of the Rings. They're immortal, but you could definitely kill them.
Oh, yeah.
See, my generation, we didn't have Highlander. We had a little something called Skylanders.
Oh, Skylanders.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That was like
Jackson's laughing.
Jackson's laughing. I knew Jackson would get
he knows.
So basically, it was like
What's
it was like a
Skylanders?
Wii game or an Xbox
Dragons,
game.
right?
It's you have to buy toys to be able to play the game.
It's like one of those peripherals that you set on like a pad or
Disney did that
something.
a lot.
Yeah, they did with Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
We had
That's what I was
Skylander, and my parents, they saw that, and they're like, yeah, that seems like we're going to have to keep paying money for it. That's a long-term investment. We don't want to do that. And
We don't want our kid to be a nerd.
Yeah, no.
Sure, that's what your dad said.
Sorry, Greg.
Greg is like, this is going to make him a nerd.
Oh, my God.
No more dragon stuff. Take it out of the house now.
Oh, my gosh. This most recent Christmas, I asked my dad for some nerdy stuff, but I got the most all-American Christmas you could think of. I asked for, like, theology books, comic books, and protein powder. And instead, I got protein powder, dumbbells, a football, and a gun.
That's pretty American.
That's
not a bad haul.
No, that was an awesome Christmas.
For Christmas.
It was so unexpected because this is just big box, and I'm like,
can I guess the one that you've used the least is the football?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
The Bible.
We never got the theology books. He said, "You want books? You're getting dumbbells, protein powder, and a gun."
Dumbbells.
60-pounders too.
Dude, there's in the church here that I work, they had this hallway that has these giant paintings of all the disciples of Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
The 13th one is a picture of Jesus, and it has these cool bios. Awesome. Love it. But they're all like depicted. And then there's Peter, and Peter is wearing a cutoff thing, and his arm is bulging with muscles.
I remember seeing this earlier this year. You're like, come look at this picture.
Yeah. Don't put it
all
on
right.
All right.
Dude, you can't mention flexing without like me flexing. It has
I don't know if Peter was flexing, but I was like, whoever this artist was.
Like the most self-involved thing I've ever heard, Garrett.
I'm talking about Peter the disciple. And he's like, yeah, but look.
It's like your personalities and your muscles or something.
It's where we hide our emotions.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, with it though, I just felt like the guy was like, Peter's the rock of the church or whatever. He's like,
I have to make him like the rock.
The Rock,
Dwayne
like,
the Rock
giant
Johnson.
muscles. And it's just so fun. And then Jude is like, like creep like Eeyore. Like, I'm Jude. I will betray Jesus.
No,
like,
you mean not Jude.
Judas.
I forgot for a second. Oh my gosh.
Jude is a disciple though.
Yeah.
Judas.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Judas.
Like a weasel.
Yeah. Well, he really does. He looks like the Eeyore.
Like Gollum.
Yeah. Like, I am Judas. I was like, what artist is like depicting this? And then one of them has like a giant beard. And of course, it's like John is like, obviously I'm the favorite disciple, so I have a beard. It's like, all right,
just
dude.
like Jesus.
Yeah. Like, get over yourself. It's hilarious. You should go look at it.
Yeah, I'll have to go check it out again. I got to see that. I got to see those Peter muscles.
Speaking of muscles, I'm thinking about there's a movie coming out called Red One that has Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yep. And I think it's going to be my new favorite Christmas movie.
IMDb gave it like a 4 point something out of 10.
I know.
But
I haven't seen it yet.
But I never trust ING very much. Did I say ING at first?
Or Rotten Tomato. I don't trust Rotten Tomato.
Especially not the critic scores. Only the fan scores.
Yeah, only the audience scores. There's some critic scores that's like 0 and the audience is 100. Right. And it's awesome.
I'm with you, Jake. IGN is one of the worst reviewers of all time.
It's so biased. Depending on who's reviewing it. You never know what you're going to get.
And they're so inconsistent.
Right.
Because there was this game, Xenoblade Chronicles, where they had a version of it on the Wii, got high 90s or just 90s. And then they did a 3DS version, which was even worse, still 90s. They bring it over to the Nintendo Switch, fix every problem with it, upgrade all the graphics. And the review is like, oh my gosh, this is so much better than all the previous versions. 80.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they set themselves up already like overscoring that you can't, what are you supposed to do at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so I don't always trust IGN either. So we'll probably go see that. It looks pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a giant polar bear. Like it's like
J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus.
Yeah, I was like, come on, Chris
I like
Evans.
J.K. Simmons.
Got Lucy Liu. So I don't know if it's like that bad, but also Christmas movies are not supposed to be Oscar-winning films.
Relax. There's a few.
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol. Probably the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
I have seen none of them.
That's a personal opinion.
That's not the one I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say Family Vacation.
Oh, Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation is great, but I've always loved the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol story, just in general. So anytime that there's a rendition of it, I usually
like Bill Murray's.
Scrooge is great.
Yeah.
That movie's hilarious. Even some of the older ones, I like that story. But the Muppet version's the best one. Muppet Treasure Island's also great too. I know you said you haven't seen any of the Muppet movies. The Muppets in like the 80s and 90s are just like prime.
Do you know Jim Henson that did the Muppets also did the original Ninja Turtles movie, the live action?
The live action ones?
That's awesome.
Man,
yeah,
Ninja Turtles and number 2, Secret of the Ooze are fantastic. They're probably the greatest Ninja Turtles movies in existence.
Did you like the Mutant Mayhem?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too.
It was fine. It doesn't give me the nostalgia. Like, I'm thinking like, back in the day when they were like sponsored by Pizza Hut and they had like, you go to Pizza Hut and you could get Ninja Turtles stuff.
Cowabunga.
Oh my gosh. It takes me back. I'm older than you.
Yes. Only by a couple of years. No, I definitely was, I guess my childhood, because it came out like 91. So I think it came out.
The original one was like 90-91, and then The Secret of the Ooze was maybe 92-93.
So I definitely watched them later on in my childhood. Like I was not when they came out.
They tapered off course with the third one, which was supposed to be Turtles in Time. That one was a little wacky when they go back to feudal Japan.
I think they just wanted ninjas to fight samurais, and they didn't know.
Well, I mean, there was a video game called Turtles in Time.
Oh.
But that one, it wasn't that they just went back to Japan. It was like the turtles were moving through time, chasing Shredder or something like that. So I think they tried to do a play on that.
That'd be a way better movie.
Yeah.
Anyway. And I'll say like those two Ninja Turtles movies, they carried over to my childhood. I'm the youngest person here.
They're that good.
They were.
My kid likes them. I showed them to him on Paramount. He's like, these are really cool. I was like, yeah, they are really cool.
First one's kind of dark.
The first one was.
Yeah, it is really dark.
Yeah, and that's why Jim Henson didn't do, I think, the second and third one.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like,
I heard this. I don't know how true this is, but that Ernie Reyes Jr., who plays Keno in the second one, they actually had him as one of the turtles in the costume.
He was a stuntman.
Stuntman in the first one. And I don't remember how they made the determination that they wanted to get him out of that and actually into the movie. But they were like, this kid is charismatic. He's funny. And so maybe they saw him in Surf Ninjas. And they were like, we got to give it a... That movie's also great. It's like quintessential 90s nostalgia. A lot of cheese. Rob Schneider's in it, which is he's really funny in it.
Oh, gosh. Rob Schneider. I just watched an Adam Sandler movie. Grown Ups.
I watched it. When did you watch it? I just watched it like 3 days ago.
Me too.
I was working and I just had it on in the background.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I just had it on watching. And I was like, this movie is still funny. It's not the best, but it's funny.
Have you seen Grown Ups?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, never the whole thing in one sitting.
Gosh, here's the thing about Adam Sandler movies. They are hilarious.
Yeah.
But you have to know that it's not like they're doing bits. Like you just have to know that it's
the whole movie is a bit.
Yes. Like
and maybe it'll make sense at the end.
Yeah. Maybe it'll tie it up.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler's humor, and then also how he has like his friends in the movies. The Sandler verse he did that before like Will Ferrell, or I'm trying to think if anyone else does it quite like he does. I don't think so. I mean, Adam Sandler does these movies. He brings his friends as actors, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, it's like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly kind of stuff like that.
John C. Reilly, he does.
Well, yeah, because pretty much anything Happy Madison in the '90s, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, all the same.
Mr. Deeds.
It's just like all these actors are making appearances. They may not have big roles, but Waterboy. Yeah. Steve Buscemi, strangely enough, is always.
Like Oscar nominated Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi was really great.
Or you won a Golden Globe for
was it Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire.
That was a good show. Anyway, yeah, Sandlerverse is pretty great. You need to watch Grown Ups. And have you ever seen Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison?
Never even heard of Happy Gilmore.
Oh my gosh!
Waterboy.
Your parents
have seen a lot of
failed.
Even Jackson's shaking his head over there like you haven't seen any Adam Sandler movie?
Happy Gilmore
I've seen
is
a few,
great.
Man.
Which few?
I'm trying to think now. Off the top of my head, wasn't he in Tooth Fairy?
No, that was
The Rock.
There was some other
very similar.
What's that
very
one?
Similar body types.
It's like Bedtime Stories.
Bedtime Stories. That's
very much
Hubie Halloween.
From my childhood.
Watch it every Halloween now.
Did you see Hustle? Is just Hustle?
I haven't seen Hustle, the serious
It's
one.
very good.
Yeah.
There's some funny bits in it too, but there's some more serious stuff. But it's very good. He plays a scout for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Wait, I thought that was the one where he did he was a juror, did jewelry.
That's Uncut Gems.
That's Uncut Gems. So he did two movies that were pretty serious?
Yeah. Hustle's got a little more lightheartedness in it, but he's trying to get this guy in from Spain, I think, to try out for the 76ers, and there's some tumultuousness there. But it's a very good movie, especially you like basketball.
Yeah.
NBA basketball, so there's a lot of stuff there. Jaleel White's in it. Steve Urkel.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but you should Hustle. Very good. I enjoyed it.
I like the ones he did. A couple of Netflix movies called Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston.
It's called Murder Mystery.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. I haven't heard
Murder
of that
Mystery 2.
Oh, it was good enough to get a sequel.
In case you, yeah, it was.
Okay.
And he doesn't die in the first one. It's
obviously.
It's kind of like if you ever watched Knives Out or The Green Onion.
Yeah.
Or what's the glass onion? Not green onion.
Green onion. That's what you chop. This is what you chop up and put on Chinese food.
The glass onion,
glass
like
onion.
Those two. But just imagine like they did an Adam Sandler version of them.
Okay.
That's kind of.
I'd be into that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of what that is.
Sounds whimsical.
Cool.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. So we're here with the Ben Mayfield Podcast. You kind of missed the whole intro. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Like the guitar playing?
No,
like just like the start of the show, and then you walked in after it began.
But
My bad.
we're gonna do a game because I know y'all like games.
Yes,
and
I love them.
It's gonna be a draft game.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Draft. Now,
Let's do it. Is this top 5?
Top 5.
Okay.
Oh, no,
top
man.
5. I know, Garrett. I'm excited. Dude.
Every single time I come on
Gotta get
here, it literally just turns into I'm trying my best, and Ben and Jake are making fun of me the whole time. It's like,
Listen, if you guys haven't seen the original draft one on the Great White Buffalo, where we're talking about people named Chris, you need to go watch it because it's insane.
the worst part is, it's like after the fact. I like, oh my gosh, I could have done Chris Davis. I could have done Chris Whittle.
That happened to me because we were doing people named Chris. I completely blanked on Chris Farley, and I think that would have been. There was at least 3 people on my list that I would have bumped for Chris Farley. Because Chris Farley is a once in a generation talent. Gone too soon.
It is too soon.
Anyway.
Good thing for Kevin James because he definitely.
That's true. He wouldn't have as much of a career. Yeah, that's true.
Grown-ups
If Chris Farley would have been around, it would have been Kevin James for sure.
All right, and I have not thought of this ahead of time.
Okay.
So if you're like, this is a terrible choice, I apologize. But the category is midnight snacks.
Okay.
Not snacks in general, but midnight snacks.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a snack food. It'd just be something you would sneak.
Yeah.
At like, I woke up.
Yeah, late at night.
Okay.
I got the munchies. What I'm going to eat. So with that, I say we go Garrett, Jake, then I'll go last.
Youngest to oldest.
Youngest to oldest. Beep. All right. Garrett, you get the first pick of the draft.
I feel like this is a really heavy hitter.
Oh, gosh, I'm nervous
I'm
now.
going to say slice of cold pizza.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
one.
what I was thinking of, too.
God, cold pizza.
Cold pizza is
cold
really
pizza.
great. So you're saying you wouldn't heat it up. You just eat it straight out of the box cold.
Leftover pizza, but it's like usually if it's midnight and you have a family, you have roommates, and this is like when I was living at home with my parents, I would do this. It's you go cold because you don't want to wake anyone up with the microwave.
Beep, beep, beep.
Also, could be just because you're being lazy.
I'm the same. I would just, if it was a midnight snack, I would just pull a slice out and start eating. I would not warm it up.
I'm not a big cold pizza guy, but I am a pizza guy.
I can eat pizza.
I'll do a one.
Any temperature.
I'll wake my roommates up. I don't care.
That was like back when we were working together, and we always had pizza at least 3 times a month on Sunday nights.
Oh, gosh,
and so Monday morning, you walk in, there's like 2 leftover pizzas in the fridge, and you think,
got
like, oh my gosh, I don't have to pay for food all week.
Let's go.
But like pizza the following Friday from that Sunday, it's gotten kind of stiff.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Some pizza brands are better cold than others.
Okay.
Like I think if I'm having pizza hot, I would rather have Domino's than Papa John's.
Okay.
But if it's cold, you're gonna see me reaching for that Papa John's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So my first one's gonna be a frozen treat.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna say ice cream. Just breaking into the freezer and pulling out some, and not just eating it out of the container. Just get a spoon and just a few bites of ice cream. Nice little midnight snack.
Pretty good. I was thinking ice cream was gonna be one of mine. For me, I love ice cream. This one is a little more particular. If I get a little midnight snack, I usually am up for a little bit, so I'll pop some popcorn.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'll pop some popcorn. Okay. I'll watch something, maybe a little TV show, a little 25-minute show.
Yeah.
And it's just good. It's light. It's fluffy. Makes me feel not bloated. And then I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So
popcorn's a good one.
Pizza, ice cream, and popcorn. All right, round two. What you got?
This one's really going to be hit or miss. I'm going to say milk.
Ooh, okay.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Because I
want milk right now.
I had this recently. I went to bed early because I had a test this week, and I just woke up at midnight, crawled out of bed, grabbed the thing of milk, started chugging while having a slice of cake, and then just went back to bed.
Dude, I think it's a great choice.
Yeah.
Some milk.
Just out of the carton?
It's straight from the carton. Yeah.
Me too. Even 15 years into a marriage, it still happens. And my wife is like, "You're disgusting," and I'm like, "Well, it's my milk."
Can I expose you a little bit? One story.
Sure.
When Jake was in college, he would get M&Ms.
This is going to be one of mine.
For Jake's second draft choice, is M&Ms, and he would pour milk in it.
You got to call it. You got to give it its name.
Oh, what was it?
M&M cereal.
Cereal. I mean, I would eat M&Ms like it was cereal.
Yeah, I just had a spoon and I'd put M&Ms and then I just eat it.
I mean, I'm not gonna diss it until I try it.
It made chocolate milk in my mouth. It was delicious. It was really good.
So good.
Yeah.
Is that really your second pick?
Yeah, I was gonna say M&M cereal. That was a college treat. I don't do that anymore.
Gosh.
I'm too old for that now. But
bro has a wife and kids, can't have fun anymore.
That's not true. We have a different kind of fun.
All right.
Where I have to think about I need to live. You got responsibilities.
You have a life.
Long run fun versus short run fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We you want to make it to a certain age.
Right.
For my second pick, and I'm surprised neither one of you chose this, and so this is going to automatically get me a win. You ready?
Yeah.
Taco Bell. Boom. It's midnight.
I would never have picked it in my life.
What?
I'm also not a
Taco Bell and I do not get along.
Well, okay.
We've got a tumultuous relationship.
There are some there's an age where I think where Taco Bell no longer sits well. But like you're talking about that midnight craving, you're at the college life. You and the boys are up. We're going to get some quesadillas, some tacos.
When you say midnight snack, though,
right in the comments,
that kind of gives me the context, like we're in the home for a midnight snack. That's kind of the context I get when you say that. But like, so
home is where the heart is, man.
We're allowed to go out for this midnight snack?
Well, I just did, so.
Oh, this changes my game plan.
But it's got to be like a midnight thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to go to a Cheesecake Factory at midnight.
No. You know? I hear what you're saying.
I want to get sushi. I'm like, what? No.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I got Taco Hell. It's going to be great.
Yeah, you're by yourself, bud.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Please, people, like it in the comments.
Taco Bell sponsorship.
Top 5.
Sponsorship.
Late night, baby. Come on. Baja Blast. Can we do here.
Can we have a Ben Mayfield Podcast After Dark episode?
Podcast After Dark. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Sponsored
by Taco Bell. That's
we'll just have them all laid out.
That's a good idea. Okay.
All right, round 3.
Now that I know we're allowed to go out, I'm picking the classiest establishment known to man.
Oh no, I don't.
Waffle House.
Waho.
The great.
Oh, that's not a midnight snack.
Yeah, that's somewhere you go late at night. All right.
Oh
that
is because it's open 24 hours.
It is.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% on board here because that's where, like, when I was in high school and college, and we used to go to these, shows, these concerts or whatever. Afterwards, we'd always go to Waffle House because it was open.
Yeah, I mean, it's nostalgia.
It's so good.
Well, if I knew we could do that, I would have chosen that. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great one.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, Waffle House is great.
In the same vein.
In a negative thing though.
Oh, okay.
Waffle House has got more expensive.
Oh my gosh, I was talking about this to somebody the other day. They now do and apparently it's been since 2018. I didn't know this. If you order to-go food at Taco Bell, there's a 20% charge.
Or Waffle House?
Is that what I said?
You said Taco Bell.
Waffle House.
20%
charge on a to-go order.
That's rough because I remember it was like 2020. It was 10%.
It's
at
20
some of the Waffle Houses that I was going to.
I wondered too. That's because they're not getting tipped.
That's what I read on. I looked it up when I saw that because I was like, well, I need to know the reasoning behind this, and it was to make it for the tip they're not getting, and because they're giving you takeaway boxes and napkins and things like that, things that they can't wash and reuse, to try to offset the cost of that. But I was like, well, I'm never getting to-go food at Waffle House. But I mean, either way, I'm paying 20% on it.
Order it there, and then say, hey, can I get a to-go plate?
See, I thought about that, but I was like, I'm still going to probably give her a tip on the food. You know what I mean? So it kind of offsets.
Yeah.
But it's wild. I've never heard of a takeaway charge. Mm. So anyway.
All right. What's your third pick?
All right. In the same vein, this is what we used to go to these shows, concerts in Atlanta or whatever, me and a bunch of my friends. And then afterwards, we'd always be looking for something to eat. It was either Waffle House or, because it was also open 24 hours, Steak and Shake.
Oh, Steak and Shake.
Go get a Frisco melt.
Yeah.
Get a milkshake. Tiny little baby French fries.
Yeah, those French fries.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a Steak and Shake in Dahlonega. It did not last very long. They were just too slow. They weren't pumping out the food fast. Yeah. So for my third round, oh gosh, I'm gonna go away from the franchise. Actually, I got one more franchise.
Okay.
My last one though. Krispy Kreme.
That I was thinking if he was going to do a donut,
it's Krispy Kreme, dude. Come on. There's been multiple times where we do concerts in Atlanta, and there's a Roswell Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Hot and ready.
If that hot light's on, you can expect me to pull the e-brake to turn around. I'm like, here we go. Get in there. Get me a hot one off the line, please.
And when I say 2 dozen, don't judge me.
Yeah, don't give me that look
like you're by yourself.
Sir, you're by yourself.
Your shirt's too short.
Maybe I'm buying them for other people. Your shirt's too short. Your stomach is on the counter.
Okay, I pay with nickels. Okay. I'm sorry. I want my 2 dozen.
Yeah.
It's a holy food. It's well-rounded. Mm-hmm. And it's holy.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. It was World Kindness Day this Wednesday, and so Krispy Kreme was giving a free dozen to each of the first 500 people showed up.
Oh,
and
is that the one in Athens?
I think it was all of them.
Oh,
and so someone and I we left at 5 a.m. and got there at opening at 5:30 to get our free dozen, and there was already a line there.
Wow.
What, were you the first 500 though?
Yeah, we were within the first 20.
Krispy Kreme is top tier fast food donut.
Oh yeah,
I'd say it's the top fast food.
Over Dunkin' for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dunkin'. You only go there if you want a coffee as well.
And
something.
even then, the drinks aren't the best in the world.
America runs on it. Okay. All right. Without it, we wouldn't run.
Okay.
I'll say there was a slight controversy in my family with Krispy Kreme because my mom loves it, and she loves the cream-filled donuts. And it used to be the circle, no hole in it, with the cream in it.
The no hole.
And I remember we went on a youth event once. My mom gave me money, said, hey, pick me up some. And I picked her up some, and it's now the new cream-filled with a hole in the middle, and then they just put it in the ring. And I sent a picture of it, and she FaceTimed me, and she started getting very upset with me.
I feel like I was with you on this.
Ben, you were with me.
Was this when did we go do Whirly Ball or something?
It was Whirly Ball. Rest in peace.
Was it Whirly Ball? I thought it was when we went to the Good Friday concert.
No, it was Whirly Ball.
Whirly Ball? Okay.
And then I remember you had to take my phone.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
You had to take my phone, and it was like, listen up, Mrs. Moore. Let me show you the cream-filled donuts. And let's just say I caught a lot of heat when I got home. Because Krispy Kreme changed the donuts. I love my mom, but she's very passionate about
how did you catch heat? It's not like you didn't make the decision.
No, she was
she wrote a strongly worded email to Krispy Kreme corporate.
Her argument at the time was, I told you to get me the cream-filled donuts. If they were different, you should have not gotten anything and just given me the money back. And I'm like, I didn't know the donuts were
cream-filled or nothing.
It's cream-filled. I ordered the cream-filled and they gave it to me, Mom. And it's just, my dad was kind of driving on the way home. My mom was lighting me up in the car, and he's just kind of just sitting there like.
That's crazy.
He's thinking, I'll eat them.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom.
All right, number 4. What you got?
I think this one is definitely an Athens area culture one.
Ooh, you may lose some people in the comments, but go for it.
I'm going to say Cookout.
Oh, no, Cookout's not just Athens, though.
I know, but it's Cumming doesn't have Cookout. The closest ones are 45 minutes away. Oh, and I know it's a rarer fast food establishment.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not like a Taco Bell or Waffle House.
It's late at night. You want a milkshake or something, you go to Cookout.
Steak and Shake.
Yeah, it is cheap, though. They have $1 corn dogs. I mean, you're going to pay for it later. But
it's the only fast food place I know. Well, that's not true. I was going to say besides Captain D's, you get Hush Puppies. There's a little side of Hush Puppies. Don't sleep on Captain D's Hush Puppies, by the way.
I just like Captain D's in general.
Those Hush Puppies.
You can get a side of Hush Puppies with it. Like when they say like choose 2 sides.
Yeah.
Let's choose a side of Hush Puppies.
Yeah.
So then I got 6 Hush Puppies.
they got
and then I throw everything else away and I just eat the Hush Puppies.
We're sponsored by Captain D's and Taco Bell now. All right, number 4. What do you got, Jake?
Leftover Chinese food.
I just say just leftovers in general.
The real one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, leftovers in general, sure, but there is nothing better than just leftover lo mein, leftover chicken fried rice.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
I've actually gotten to a steak fried rice moment at the time.
Lo mein, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But sometimes that rice would be dry.
It's because you don't know how to re-prepare it, man. It's because you don't know what you're doing in your life.
I don't.
You gotta, the wet paper towel over it. Microwave it with the wet paper towel, and like you squeeze a little bit of extra water in there too.
You just put some water in the bowl.
Kind of rehydrate them
just a little bit, and then cover it so the water steams as it's cooking. Or I just toss it back in a pot real quick and just get the stove a little hot and do that. But I mean, that would be like if I'm eating it for like maybe like leftovers for lunch or something. If I'm doing a midnight meal, it's definitely just real fast microwave, little water spritz in there. It's fine. It's fine for what it is.
All right, number 4. And this one, if you want Chinese food, I want to go with this one. This one's very particular. It's a holiday only.
Oh, no, don't.
Leftover Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I was doing a holiday. I'm doing a holiday one next too, and I was going to take it.
Oh, gosh.
Leftover Thanksgiving food, especially with your mac and cheeses.
Oh, my gosh.
Your dressing.
Yes.
Do you do a sandwich? Will you do a turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce sandwich?
I haven't done that exact one, but so good.
Holy moly.
Dude, I'm a ham guy, though. Are you a turkey guy?
I'll eat turkey or ham. I'll eat either one.
If I'll eat.
If I have to pick, it's turkey. I do love turkey.
Which one do you choose? Ham or turkey?
If I have to pick one, I'm going turkey. But at mine, my uncle does like professional barbecue, and so he'll come in. We'll have turkey, ham, chicken, different varieties of like sausage.
Chicken for Thanksgiving?
I mean, he brings the meat.
Un-American, bud.
No. Like the main is the turkey and the ham, but we got all these side meats and some nice sauces he makes. Oh my gosh!
My mother-in-law will make her own chicken stock, so there'll be a lot of leftover chicken to make her dressing. So she'll homemake biscuits, and then she'll homemake chicken stock, and she'll use the biscuits and the chicken stock to make her dressing. It's unbelievable.
I like that.
So that's what I'll have, like a sandwich with turkey dressing, and then I'll drizzle some gravy on top, and then cranberry sauce left over, and make a sandwich. It's great, really, really good.
You just hyped up Thanksgiving leftovers. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanksgiving leftovers, nothing better.
This is rounding out the top 5 for our midnight snacks. We're gonna put it out on the Instagram. Let people vote.
Do you need a refresher of each of ours, or
we'll do that. We'll do that after
at the very end.
Okay. The very end. So what's your 5th pick?
I'm thinking about this. I don't know how this hasn't picked yet. A sandwich.
Oh, just a quick sandwich.
Just a sandwich. Yeah, just a sandwich.
Just put it in there.
It's actually a solid 5th round pick. It's amazing. You're right that hasn't come up.
That's
higher.
Well, my 5th pick is pretty good too, and I'm really afraid Jake's going to choose it. So, sandwich is good. I like
because
that.
I said holiday. Is that you're thinking of
no,
holiday?
Not holiday?
Okay. So I'm probably not going to pick.
Okay. What's your 5th?
There are many variants of this, but my favorite one is the holiday variant, and there are some at our house right now because my son likes to take them to lunch. Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
I love those.
Well, there's
there's
like zebra cakes, that you can get rest of the year.
Yeah, but
there's something
themed.
About the Christmas tree cake. It's got the little.
I got a box in my house.
The little crystallized sugar bits on top, and it's just.
You just feel more festive.
They're just lovely. They're lovely.
Do they still sell chocolate ones?
I think so.
Those are hard.
Those are harder to find.
They've had those the past 2 years. They started as a limited edition. I remember the 2 years ago when they first came out, couldn't find any. This most recent year, I was able to find some by luck because I got on the hunt early in the season.
Here's a Little Debbie historian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
he knows all about it.
You don't know how much I love Christmas tree.
I don't
cakes.
see the chocolate ones.
Yeah, I think they're hard to find.
That's a good one. I like that. For my 5th one.
Okay.
Chips and dips.
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking get some chips and salsa, guac, queso, but that's like you just get a bag of chips, get some.
Would
sausage.
you warm up the queso?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind waking people up.
It's like a 30-second warm-up, too.
Yeah. It's just a little microwave. Or if it's salsa and guac, it's cold. It's fine. But you just do a little salsa and dip. Because every time I do it, like at midnight, I always turn on a television. Like I watch something.
Yeah.
Just kind of like chill out or something. And then so just a little chips and dip will be fantastic. So for the people. That's
not bad.
Yeah, that's thank you. That's pretty good, right?
That's a good list.
That's a good list. All right, Garrett. Give us right here. The camera's on you. Recap us your top 5.
We started off with cold pizza, and then we had milk, Waffle House, cookout, and a sandwich.
The eye contact was weird, but good list.
It's a great list. It's a great list. He's staring into the soul to the listeners. Stop. Don't stare at him. Don't stare at him.
Number 1 was ice cream.
Okay.
Number 2, little niche for me, M&M cereal. Don't knock it till you try it. It is really good. Steak and Shake. That was from my younger concert days when we'd go around to shows all over the place, and just you find a Steak and Shake in a town somewhere on your way home. Just real, it's always empty too. Mm-hmm. That was the cool part. You just like 10 of us going in there. It was not fast food. Steak and Shake takes a while. Leftover Chinese food. Mm-hmm. That probably, if this isn't like that probably would have made it up higher in the list if I wasn't afraid of you taking some of no, you wouldn't have taken any of mine. I don't think. Christmas tree cakes, number 5.
Yeah. that was
Little Debbie cake really, but Christmas tree cake is like S tier to everything else being the A tier.
100%. And for my list, I had popcorn, Taco Bell.
Ugh.
Oh gosh, no Taco Bell fans. Krispy Kreme, what up? Well-rounded answer there. I had, oh gosh, I'm blanking because I'm nervous.
What'd you say after Krispy Kreme?
I know my 5th one was chips and salsa. Oh, Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh, Thanksgiving leftovers. That's right.
That's my top 5. Thanksgiving leftovers and then chips and salsa.
Yeah.
And
Thanksgiving leftovers is so versatile because you could do a sandwich if you wanted, or you could just break it all out on a plate again. I'm telling you, it's coming up to, Thanksgiving is only a couple weeks away. Or no.
I guess when this episode
comes out, it'll be 4 days away. My wife makes the best mac and cheese. She doesn't use elbow macaroni. She uses this pasta called cavatelli, which it's like a spiral noodle.
Okay.
And so it's basically, it looks like 3 elbow macaroni noodles wrapped around each other. And so the cheese gets all up in there and it holds really well. And it's just like
macaroni.
Yeah, it's so good.
I hear you talking about this, and then your mother-in-law is dressing with the biscuits and homemade chicken stock. And it's Jake, I might come to your Thanksgiving this year instead.
Yeah, you're not invited.
I'll find a way.
He'll show up.
You don't know where we're having it.
Anna would invite him.
She would.
All right.
I'll save you some.
So to kind of, first of all, Jake, Garrett, thank y'all for being here on my first episode back.
Man. Dude, thank you for the invite. This is an honor.
It was just like, it just made so much sense. Like, you kind of missed this part, Garrett, was like the last episode I did with the previous podcast, may it rest in peace. This is in honor of. It was you two. So to do the first episode, kicking off this new legacy, this new podcast was great. I'm hoping to have y'all back here to do more episodes.
You just tell me when.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that train too.
We are going to do a little segment, and I printed it off, and I forgot it downstairs, and I don't want to.
But you got it on your phone.
Well,
because we live in a digital age.
We do.
It's true. I mean, you also could have an intern bring it up.
I could call them and tell them to do that. But we're on a time crunch here. So I'm going to do, it's called the Ben 10 segment. And I'm going to ask you 10.
Like the cartoon. Didn't you love Ben 10?
I was a big Ben 10 fan. I've actually been watching a ton of Ben 10 clips on YouTube lately, and it's so nostalgic for me. Oh, yeah. It's hero time.
First of all, I want it to be known that I'm the original Ben 10.
Because you came out before the show.
I did come out before the show, and I was born on the 10th. That was my favorite number. All right, who wants to go first?
Looks like it's me.
All right, Jake. Rapid fire, 10 questions. Right. Ben 10. Get the camera on them right here. If you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Ireland.
What is your go-to board game?
That's a tough one. I know this is supposed to be rapid fire. The first one that came to my mind was Life, but that game is so boring. But if it's rapid fire, I'll just say Life.
All right. What are two things?
Uno Attack.
Uno Attack.
That's not a board game, but that's
close enough.
Yeah.
What are two things still on your bucket list?
To go to they're both travel things. To go to Iceland, I would love to, and to go to New Zealand.
Okay.
To go to like Hobbiton and where Lord of the Rings was filmed.
Nice.
Bucket list items.
If you could change turtles to any other color but green, what would you change it to?
Teal turtles.
All right. What's the make and model of your first car?
It was a 1997 Isuzu Trooper.
Nice.
Had that massive sunroof. It was the best.
All right.
Hang out of that thing and throw stuff at other cars.
What is your favorite Halloween costume you ever had?
One time I had this costume that was just it looked like a fried egg, and I put on a sombrero and I went as Huevos Rancheros. That's my favorite one.
What was your best school year and what was your worst school year?
Probably my 6th grade year was my worst. Going into middle school was really tough, and middle school's hard. I think anyway, just because it's such a big change and kids are so mean. Probably my best one was probably my senior year of high school because I was just getting out of there. Is it just high school or just school in general?
Just school in general.
Oh, well, I mean, I had some great college years too, I guess. The year I met my wife was pretty great. But I just remember my last year in high school just being like, I kind of found myself and I was real chill and not a lot of pressure there.
When you were 22 years old, we'll say your senior year of high school. I'll change the question.
Okay.
What was your favorite band your senior year of high school?
Oh, man. We could stick with 22, I think. I don't know if I can remember back in high school. This is still one of my favorite bands. It's a Christian metal band called Sleeping Giant, and it's just lyrically, it's so biblical if you just listen to the lyrics, and it gives you this sense of we as Christians are in a time of battle. We are called to be warriors because we're living in times that are very destructive to community, and everything's divisive, and we're fighting the devil every single day in the lies that he tells us, and it's just it gives you that it's like this warrior spirit of like this is the strength of Christ that's inside of you, and you got to be willing to fight for it every single day. So yeah,
perfect. All right, last two questions.
Okay,
what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Perfect. And what's your favorite book of the Bible?
James.
Oh, let's go. All right, Garrett, you ready for your rapid fire Ben 10 segment?
I'm so ready, man.
Who inspires you? Oh my gosh, this is rapid fire. Jesus. Favorite book of the Bible?
Favorite book of the Bible? John.
If you could change your hair color to what color would it be?
That doesn't do much for me in the coming years because I'm balding.
Why don't you ask me that question?
Let's
just choose a color.
Fine, slightly darker brown.
Oh, okay. We'll do like some fun color. All right. If you could visit any country, what would it be?
Japan.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song? Oh my gosh, I have to.
Oh, this is supposed to be rapid fire.
Sorry, off the top of my head, I don't know my favorite song off the top of my head.
Just pick a song.
Oh my gosh.
This is
never going to give you up.
So
Rick Astley.
Rapid fire is not very
Rick
rapid.
Roll. You like it Rick Roll, don't you?
All right. Favorite scent?
Favorite scent? Lumber section in Home Depot.
Oh, I thought you meant a coin.
That's good. What's your favorite Olympic event?
Favorite Olympic event? Ooh. Is boxing still in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boxing.
Boxing's good.
Favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday? Thanksgiving.
All right. If you had to spend your life on a TV show, what TV show would it be?
Ooh. If I had to spend my life on a TV show?
Bosom Buddies.
That 70s show.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a funny show.
All right. What does not belong on pizza?
Say it.
He kind of said it.
Say
it. You know
it.
what? I think there's a bigger enemy towards me personally, and it's black olives. I hate those.
Oh, I agree.
Okay.
Black
I like
olives.
that.
That's a bigger enemy for me.
All right. And then what food could you never get sick of eating?
Hash browns.
Oh, that's true.
And the last question for the Ben 10 segment is, what is your party trick?
My Party trick?
Don't say flexing.
He's already did it once.
It's not flexing.
It's not a trick anyway.
I would say my party trick is that I actually have, like, I forget what it's called. It's like overstrenuous eye disorder. I forget the name. And I can make one of my eyes, if I take my glasses off, turn in.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my party trick. I'm going to look at the camera and do it. Is that all right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's look at the camera. People can't see it.
If I try hard enough, I can do that too.
Could they see it, Jackson?
What if Jackson had the camera on me the whole time? It just like wasn't even on camera.
Fix that in the edit, bud.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah, it was great. Oh man. All right. Well, thank y'all for being part of the very first ever the Ben Mayfield Podcast.
Back, baby.
We're back. I'm so hyped. We got a new studio. We're going to do more segments, kind of fun games, draft picks. We're going to do top 10s. We're going to do different characters, different shows, different little games. I'm going to have, next time y'all come on, I'm going to have you do a guessing game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like top 100 people voted, like Family Feud almost.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
this
dude, it's so sick.
We need
right
to
in my
put
wheelhouse.
Google Trends on here.
Oh, Google Trends
would be good.
Yeah, Google Trends
That'd be fun. So, but we also, depending on who we have, we'll have some interview episodes. Yeah. Have some people around the Roswell area.
Some serious stuff.
Some serious ones.
There's some serious stuff in this one.
There was.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say, like,
not just goofy.
Subscribe on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We're also on Instagram if you want to follow to get all the latest updates. Until next time, we'll see you.